Man opened his eyes and felt his body itch. It's like an ant crawling on his body. Next second, he was in a daze. His body and around unexpectedly crawled with small people. Sean was so scared that he was shouting. He pulled out the ropes and locks on his body and stood up hard. The little people are running around like crazy. Sean thought he must have been hallucinating, so he closed his eyes, only to be awoken by the spear thrown by the little man. And then a bunch of little men threw iron claws at him. Give it a tug. The man almost had his pants pulled off, but because the center of gravity is unstable, Sean was about to fall to the ground. The Lilliputians below are momentarily goofy-eyed. With a loud bang, Sean fell hard and passed out. Just a few days ago, Sean is also a small clerk in a company. Career. Love. He got nothing, but it was on a random business trip. He came by accident to the mysterious Bermuda Triangle. There was a storm on the way. A giant vortex brought him here. Wait for him to wake up again. The body was firmly bound, is being shipped to Lilliputians. There are thousands of little people living here. They all looked at the behemoth curiously. Sean was brought before the king, but they think Sean is an enemy spy, so he was chained up in a cave. Sean is often bullied by Lilliputian General David, forced to do hard labor. That day the princess was kidnapped by the enemy. After hearing the alarm, David came quickly with Sean. David was worried about being robbed of credit by Sean. He wanted to rescue the princess alone, but it was too late. The soldier unshackled Sean. Sean immediately appeared. Pick up the enemy with ease. Into the river. The princess was saved. Then the alarm sounded again. The king was again trapped in the palace by fire. Sean didn't say anything. 2 steps to the palace. He reached out directly to save the king, and his hands were burned in the fire. Watch the fire get bigger and bigger. Sean took his pants off straight away. A clear spring gushed out. Took a bath directly for the king. General David saw this. He rushed to stop it. It turns out Sean poured the last few drops on the general's head. Angry David is going to execute Sean on the spot, but the king stopped it. The king also plans to reward Sean heavily. Sean thus went to the top of his life.